Good, and we're so grateful and we are so thankful that you tune in on this Sabbath day. It is the last Saturday, the last Sabbath in this month, and we're so grateful that God, our Father, has blessed us to see almost an entire year on the Gregorian calendar. Next month, we're rolling into the month of December, and we're praying that God will bless you during this holiday season, that He will bless you and give you the desires of your heart. Here we are on this Sabbath day, November 29th. I'm so grateful. I am so thankful for having the opportunity for you to have coffee with old PSW. Listen here, I want to talk to you today about some things here, about these spiritual attacks that may be coming against your life. So many times we have things that come against us for various reasons and not understand what's actually happening. We're not understanding what's really going on with our lives at the time. So I want to give you some pointers, some hints or some things, some attacks that may be coming against you, all because you are chosen one. Maybe because you're one that you are trying to seek God for something greater, something bigger, something huge. Maybe you're waiting on the Father to bless you with something that you've been praying for some time now. And here we are in this season. We're in this last days of the days of this year, and it seems like maybe you've been praying and it seems like your prayers have not been getting answered. I want to say to you today that no matter what it seems like to you, trust God with all of your heart. Don't lean to your own understanding. In all of your ways, I need you to just trust in Him and believe in Him, for He shall direct your path. Here we are. I want to give you these 6 things here. Number 1, there is a spirit of intimidation. Sometimes this spirit will come into a person's life to intimidate you and to make you feel like you are not worth who you say you are. It'll make you listen to things that people have to say about you that's not necessarily true, but it's their own valued opinions, and everyone has their reason to have opinions, but it will intimidate you, want you to keep you silent. The spirit wants you to focus on the enemy, so that the enemy will intimidate you to be quiet, because the enemy is comfortable while you're quiet. He's silent while you're quiet. It is the time when you begin to speak up and to speak out for God, especially if He's called you to ministry, if He's called you to anything, you begin to speak out and speak up for God. But the enemy wants to intimidate you so that you don't be a person that will speak what God has called you to speak. Number 2, the spirit of delay. The spirit of delay, sometimes it will come to keep you waiting for that perfect moment. I mean, you are just waiting for the right time, the right moment, the right place, the right space, the right person, the right finances. It'll keep you waiting on the right moment. But listen, God never promised you that He would give you a right moment. He told you to believe in Him and to open up your mouth and speak for Him, and He'll speak for you and through you. But sometimes you may be one that's waiting on the right moment, but the right moment will never come. The perfect moment. It's not required by God. He doesn't require you to have a perfect moment. Doesn't require you to feel this, but you feel this. Because you may feel like this is what you need, but you don't need a perfect moment. What you need is faith. So by listening to me right now, you have this dream, you have this thing that God has been dealing with you about, but you have failed to do it because you're waiting on the right moment, and the right moment never comes alive. The right moment never comes. But I want to tell you today that the right moment is not going to come, because the right moment never comes. You just have to do the thing that God has called you to do. You have to put your faith into action. You have to get up and you have to move even when it doesn't seem like it is the right moment. But this is the spirit of delay, and it is delaying you from doing what God has called you to do. It's delaying you because you're waiting on the right moment. Number 3, then there is the spiritual identity theft. This particular spirit, it destroys who you are so that you never realize what you carry. It destroys you. It wants to take from you your identity. It doesn't want to allow you to have an identity because it wants to snatch this thing from you. So in other words, it gets you to destroy your own life by making bad choices. Making bad choices, making wrong decisions, making bad investments, getting in relationships that you should never have gotten into, saying things that will diminish your character. All of these things is identity theft. And these things, when you begin to operate in phases of life that God never called you to operate in, it begins to snatch away your identity. You don't have an identity of Christ, but you have an identity of your issues. You talk about your issues more often than you talk about who Christ has made you, because you not understand that the enemy wants to have a spiritual identity theft on your life, which means he keeps you in things that don't matter rather than things that are of God. So here you are, you live in this land of confusion, and confusion begins to be your kryptonite. You have this, it's killing you. It's killing you softly. This confusion is boggling you down and getting you mixed up with the cares of this life, all because you're not understanding that this spirit of a spiritual identity theft is come to take you away from who you really are. The Bible tells us this in 2 Corinthians 5:17. He says this: therefore, if any man will be in Christ, that man is a brand new creature. All things are passed away, and behold, all things have now become new. But he doesn't want you to come into the newness of who you are. So he entangles you with who you once was. And because you're entangled in who you once was, you never get an opportunity to show the world the real you. That you never get a chance to allow them to see who you really are, because you're so fixated on being who you once were. Because being who you once were makes you comfortable, but begin to have a new life, walk in a new life, walk in a new way, that's something different. So the enemy wants to steal your identity. Number 4, the spirit of mockery. Now it uses people to belittle what God told you. God told you something. He spoke something to you in a dream, in the nighttime hour. He spoke it to you, but for some reason or another, it gets into the ears of someone that doesn't believe. And because this person doesn't believe, you're now in a space, you're now in a time where you're too intimidated to say what you need to say. You're afraid to speak what God has called you, because the spirit of mockery comes, and Satan, he knows that if he can embarrass you, he can erase you. He knows this. So he wants to embarrass you. He wants to mock you and have all types of people to say things that will intimidate you from speaking what God has really called you, even so far as to you have a gift, but you're intimidated, you're mocked, you're delaying this thing because The gift that He has given you, you're not comfortable with it yet. You're not quite comfortable with it yet. And even though you're not comfortable with it yet, you also find yourself in a space and in a place where you are too afraid to use your own gift. This is called mockery. So now when you use your gift, you're not that good at it. So now somebody comes along and says, ha, 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 you shouldn't use that. You shouldn't. That God didn't call you to this, that, and the other because He wants to mock you. But you got to understand, everybody has a beginning. The Bible even says, despise not small beginnings. In other words, you shouldn't despise a small beginning because everything starts small, then it grows. If you see something that grows big, that starts out big, it actually diminishes later because it started wrong. Everything starts small, but don't let people mock you. Don't let people belittle you because you're doing something that no one else is doing. Nobody else is. Can you imagine? Abraham, you were Abraham's friend, and Abraham told you that God said to him to go that way. He's going to give you more people than the sands on the seashore. Can you imagine the mockery he must have received? Number 5. The spirit of sabotage. I talked about this some time ago. It destroys your progress. Right when your breakthrough is about to happen, it destroys it. Right before that breakthrough is about to happen. How does it do this? How does this happen? Impatience. A lot of us are not patient. We don't have patience to wait on God. The Bible tells in the book of Isaiah, chapter number 40, I believe 31 on, it said, for they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagle. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and they won't faint. But what happens is we are impatient. And the Bible says in the book of James, let patience have a perfect work. But because we're not patient, a lot of times we don't allow patience to have its perfect work. So we sabotage ourselves through unbelief. You don't believe God is going to do a thing. You don't believe that God is going to fix it. You don't believe that God is with you because you're looking at a situation instead of looking and trusting in God. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in Him with all of your heart. Don't lean to your own understanding. In all of your ways, acknowledge Him. And guess what He's going to do? He's going to direct your path. But if you continue to look at your circumstances, if you continue to compare what God has given you to what He's given someone else, then you'll find yourself sabotaging the own thing that you've prayed about. Number 6, and our final thought is the muzzling spirit. It suppresses your voice. It suppresses your message. It suppresses your boldness. Wants to muzzle. That's what the scripture says. Don't muzzle the ox. In other words, the one that feeds, don't keep them quiet. The enemy wants you to remain silent because your silence is your enemy's success. And you don't want that. You don't want the enemy to have success because you are too intimidated, or you have this waiting thing of delay, or you have this identity issue, or you're scared of the spirit of mockery, or you've been sabotaging yourself, so now you muzzle it. But your silence needs to be broken. The enemy doesn't fight the lazy, he fights those that are called. And you are called, my friend, and therefore you must fight on. But there is something unseen that's fighting the very thing that God placed on the inside of you. So I want to encourage you to continue to fight. And remember that God has never left you. He's not going to leave you. Warfare is not random, but it is targeted. I pray that you've got this message on this Sabbath Saturday. Thank you for listening to Coffee with PSW. Now make sure you join me the same time every single week here on Kingdom Purpose Network. May God bless you and keep you.